Okay, welcome to a PTO training for ACI concrete. I'd like to show you guys how to recognize when a pump is in PTO. The first thing you do is you're going to click on map, then you'll hit the drop down to select all your vehicles. In this case, we're going to pick on the one that I know is out, which is 4705. And I'll pick on one other one, 4101. Okay, so right off the bat, you should notice a couple things. The yellow and the green icon. Green means the PTO is on. If you notice over here, I hover over it, it went on at 1:37 p.m. today. If I hover over 4101, it shows it went off at 5:09 p.m. today. That's really the easiest way to tell. Now, just so you know, if someone turns on and off the PTO within the same minute, it may show on when it's really off. And I'll give you an example of that. I believe, well, let's do this. And we'll select them all, and we'll find one here in just a second. Okay. 1301. It stopped at MAC. If I hover over it, you're going to see I've got an off twice, and I've got an on for 8 seconds. It sounds odd, doesn't it? If I go down here, and I look at 1301, I can say, okay, what's going on here? It almost reads like a sentence. Auxiliary off 321 at 11:47. Then you look right below it, auxiliary 1 on 10:28. Then right above it again, 3:30 off at 10:28. So how do you figure out what's right? Well, if you read it like a sentence, it's off, even though it's displaying on. To get the icon to disappear, all I have to do is go down here and click on auxiliary 1. It disappears, and there it is, off. And vice versa. I can turn that off and turn that back on. So you're still confused, I'm sure. So what we need to do is go over here and actually go to the exception rule itself. The exception rule itself is right here under rules and groups. If we go to exceptions, it's pre-selected for today. I'm going to go to vehicle, and I'm going to select 4705, and God forgive me, I can't remember which one it was now. 1301. Okay. Just going to go back. So we're doing 4705 and 1301. I'm not done. I'll go to rules. Click on auxiliary 1 off, auxiliary 1 on. I'm going to change this to PTO 1, PTO on, and PTO off, just so you know. Okay. So if I go over here and look at 1301, the one that right now is displaying oddly, click on that. I can say, okay, now I see what happened. At 10:28 and 15 seconds, it's been off now for 6 hours, 1 minute, and 42 seconds. To check myself, I click on this one, 1301. There it is, 10:28 and 7 seconds, an 8-second difference. So they had it on for a whopping 8 seconds. Now, a better one to look at is 4705. 4705, we can see that it was off at the yard for an hour and 41 minutes, and it was off again at 1:28 and 5 seconds for 9 minutes and 47 seconds. To review this, click over here. I can say, okay, makes sense. It was on just for a couple minutes in the yard. They arrived at the job at quadruple 1 Davenport Street, started pumping at 12:59 to 51 seconds for 28 minutes and 13 seconds. Then they shut it off for 9 minutes, 47 seconds, and turned it back on again, and it's still pumping as we speak for 3 hours, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's how you verify PTO on, PTO off. To sum it up, we go to our map, we click on it, select all. You can look at our icons over here, turn everything on, and I can see, okay, this guy actually doesn't have a PTO hooked up, so it's showing a ridiculous number of hours off. Scott really is a truck, so once again, doesn't even have a PTO. Here's our confusing guy, which we already verified. And we know if we read it like a sentence over here, wherever it is, it'll tell us. Hover over this guy. It's been off for 23 hours. You get the idea. If we go back over here, 4705, he's still pumping. Auxiliary on. So I hope that made sense. I'm going to show you another couple quick things in this very same video. I'm going to clear the map out. If I want to verify a route, let's pick on our guy 4705. You see where he is. Once again, he's pumping. Trips history. You look over here, all your same icons are on the screen. You're wondering what the heck's going on here. That's what happens when the G-force calculator is being vibrated by the pump. It's going to show multiple stops, even though it really hasn't moved. Your clue is it hasn't moved, 0 miles per hour, or distance, I should say. Click on the blue bar. It throws the route up on the map. You can see right here, you've got a fault code that's showing up, and the entire route, his PTO is off until we come to the job site. And then we see all those multiple stops, even though they really aren't multiple stops. And he's pumping away. You can even see where it turned off. I can hover over it here. That's showing me on. He's still on. Okay. To clear the map, come up here and hit clear. Close this out. To run a exceptions report to show when your guys have come and gone, we go back to our little exception rules. Run it for today. Let's select all the vehicles. We're going to change our rules to exit office. Apply. And I can pick on any one of these trucks. It shows me the time. Time that exit. If I want to add in the enter, all I have to do is come back over here, grab enter yard, run the report one more time. To put this into a more useful view, all I do is click on my view, go to detail, go to advanced, throw it into Excel, and it lines it up perfectly. So 1301 exit the yard at 8:32, entered yard, it's the MAC, at 8:55, and it's been there the whole day. 3101, entered yard, 9:24, exited yard at 9:24 in 42 seconds. So it's in and out. Entered yard again at 1:59 p.m. Pretty simple, pretty easy to read. And that's pretty much it for this training. So I appreciate your time.